What is going on, family? Uh, Jeff Nail here, reporting live. I got some upgrades. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, things are going smoothly. I'm hoping everybody is doing well. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I wanted to come to you guys with another thought. Hoping everybody had a great weekend. And recently, I had the self awareness to understand all the things that I do to keep myself motivated and engaged and hopeful and um, all that good stuff with everything that's going on. Um, and I wanted to share that with you. So one is well, not one, but I always want to mention this and I always forget. But part of the reason that got me comfortable doing this was watching Jimmy Fallon, actually. I think that it's the coolest thing that Jimmy Fallon is filming his show at home. And I don't even watch the show that often, but I watched a couple clips, especially at the beginning of this pandemic. I watched a few clips, and his kids were making the signs. His wife was supposedly filming. Of course, he had like his jokes and whatnot, but I mean, like everything was homemade, and or looking to be homemade. And I mean, I'm sure they have like some good editing equipment, and still have like quality type of products, but at the same time, filmed at home. Pretty much utilizing the same technology that we have individually for the most part. And I was like, wow, this is fantastic. Like they can create this entertainment because everybody is wanting to be entertained right now. And you have the potential to use this same platform to push your message. So I wanted to take that into my own hands, and here we are today. So yeah, just wanted to start off there. I also had a little epiphany over the weekend. I was going to get a microphone for my setup here, and for better or worse, I found a tutorial on how to make your mobile device your microphone. So I don't know if it sounds better or worse, but it's always good to have a standalone microphone. It seems like they capture audio a little bit better than internal microphones. But we'll let you be the judge of that. So getting back to what I wanted to talk about, my thought and how I stay engaged and positive and things. I wanted to start off by saying that it is not all sunshine and rainbows. So I don't want to paint a picture as if everything is perfect. But however, I do have reminders pretty much everywhere I look. My phone background, my computer background is all like affirmations or reminders of what my focus and mission is. So at one point I used to have like the Superman background, or pictures of my vacations, or whatever the case may be, and that switched over to things that actually keep me engaged in my mission and vision and goals and objectives. So I readily switch it up, but it's always something that is a reminder of what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's one. I may be locked in more than more than others. And then also, like recently, I got these mirror markers, and I mentioned that in a previous video. So I write different reminders on my mirror, so that when I'm washing my hands, brushing my teeth, shaving, whatever the case may be, reminder, reminder, reminder. I'm planting seeds in my head, just like McDonald's does to you. So yeah, that's where I go, and I kind of went like out of order because I wanted to go in order of what I see. So also, one of the big things that I do is my passwords. So my passwords are all mission and vision driven. Like every password that I have is like a mantra, or a or an affirmation, or a goal. And I'm not going to get into too much detail because I don't want you trying to break into my systems. But I mean, they're complex, long, but I remember them because they're very important to me. And just think about how many times you have to put passwords in. And if your password is password 123, which it shouldn't be, you know, you're first of all you're pretty vulnerable, but secondly, just putting that mantra in every time, regardless if you're thinking about it or not. Like every time I put my password in, boom, planting seeds. So I would recommend to change some of those passwords, especially the ones that you put in a lot. Like that's the perfect time to add a special one to just re-engage the brain. And then lastly, you guys know some of the things that I'm doing in terms of the Friday night book suggestion. I challenge myself to consume at least one new book every week. I gave up cable when I moved to Arizona in 2014. And while I had some streaming services, and I still do have a couple streaming services, they have really weeded out. And I have just like gone completely to audio, of course, the chill hop and meditation music. And I feel like that's a game changer in itself because the news that I consume and the magnitude at which I consume it is all on demand. I'm reading it, I'm going to it, if I hear something in a headline or in, earshot, I'll do additional research. But I think just the action of having to read the news versus it just passively sitting on the television is just a game changer if you want to elevate your positive mindset. Because the news is, I always share this. The news, whether they have a good agenda or not, the underlying idea behind the news is ratings. And how do you get ratings? Not talking about the teenager walking an old lady across the street. That's not how they get ratings. They get ratings by the doom and gloom, fear, and so there's going to be an exceptional amount of that to gain viewers, and we can do that. We can control that in a couple ways. We can control that in turning off the television completely, like I did, which is, extreme for some people. But we can also collectively stop buying into the doom and gloom. And, if we start giving attention to the lady walking across the street, getting help from a teenager, then they will, in fact, begin to pump out more information like that. So I'm not necessarily blaming the media as much as I'm blaming us, because we control what is shown through our viewership and through, what is it, Nielsen ratings or whatever. So that's that. Outside of the audiobooks and things, one other thing that I find funny is that all the entertainment that we have is, it costs money. If you want Disney Plus, if you want, and I hate saying names, man. But anyway, if you want these streaming services, they cost money. It costs money to watch old movies from blah, 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 or old TV shows or new TV shows or new movies. And it costs money to entertain ourselves outside of the home and so on and so forth. However, there are so many methods in which you can watch, or not watch, but listen to books, watch documentaries, catch up on information, teach yourself how to do things, and it's completely free. So I don't know if anybody else notices that disconnect where you can actually save money by bettering yourself, and you spend money and end up staying, plateaued almost. So just keep that in mind. And I'm definitely not judging because I'm not holier than thou. I have my vices just like the next person. However, the more that I make it uncomfortable for myself to watch television and watch TV shows, the more energy I have to put into it and the less likely it's to happen. So by not having cable or not having these streaming services, yeah, there are some shows that I still catch up on. I'm still able to get in touch with those, but it takes a little extra work. And more than likely, most of the time, I forego that extra work and will just turn on a book. Lastly, what is it? Another, I said documentaries. So, documentaries, I kind of lump a lot of things into documentaries, but TED Talks, uh, seminars or speeches that are on, different free services, whether it be, just a random search engine or finding it on YouTube. YouTube is a great source of information and content, and that's free. And by using a streaming service, or not a streaming service, a casting service like Google Chromecast or your Apple TVs, your Roku sticks, your Fire sticks, all that good stuff, you can cast YouTube to the television, and you don't have to burn out your phone screen. So that's pretty cool. That is all that I have. I hope this was informative or helpful. But if not, don't watch it again. Man. All right. Well, I hope everybody's doing well. As I usually conclude, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And until next time, my friends,